Hello Libra, this is Vanessa from Celestial Soul Tarot and welcome to your reading for September 2022. Thanks so much for joining me. So we're going to take a look into the astrology of September. I have the astrology cards here. We'll look into the overall theme. We'll do a rune casting and lay out the foundation for this reading, and then we'll look into the tarot and dig a little bit deeper. Okay. So this reading is specifically for Libra rising, although if you put your sun or your moon in the first house, this reading can also be for you. Okay. If you don't know your rising sign, actually you could take a look into the birth chart calculator below. You'll need your exact birth time. Okay. If you don't have that information or access to that information for whatever reason, you can contact a qualified professional astrologer who does chart rectification, and they can help you with that. Okay. Yeah, because maybe some of you, you're just interested in learning more about yourself, right? If you have your sun in Libra, maybe it's in the third house. Maybe you have your moon in Libra, but it's in the 12th house, right? What does that actually mean for you? So if you're interested in learning more about yourself, there you go, right? Let's take a look into the overall theme for Libra for the month of September, right? What do we have coming in for Libra, please, for the month of September? There we go. Okay, void of course moon missing, right? So when there's a void of course moon, and again, the moon travels around the zodiac once a month, about 2.5 days, 2 days per sign, you know, depending on the elliptical and all of that. But in general, the moon, it makes an aspect to the planets, and the very last aspect it makes before moving into a different sign, right? Like I said, every few days or so, that point between the last aspect and the next sign is a void energy. There's an emptiness. The moon isn't aspecting any planets. It's not anchored to anything. So this is an energy of not feeling grounded, not feeling focused, right? Maybe it's a kind of a fuzziness coming through here, cloudy energy, uncertainty, not having answers, that sort of thing. This energy is best for meditation, especially, right? Especially if you're looking for answers, you need to make decisions, right? So for some of you here, it's coming across as the need to spend a lot of time pulling away, going within. Meditation, breath work, that sort of thing can help you to relax your mind, right? If you're going through some fogginess, some uncertainty, you don't feel grounded, right? Get your feet out in the grass and, get in touch with nature, that sort of thing, to start grounding yourself, right? Let's take a look here, see what's coming through. I'm curious as to why this showed up here for you, Libra. We'll do a rune casting. We'll lay out the foundation of this reading here, and I'm just going to temporarily mute the audio because the sound does get a little loud, okay? So as always, right, keep in mind that these readings are general, okay? Let's see what we have coming through here. Yeah, quite a few runes in a lot of these readings. They have been coming out sideways, and I do tend to take them, and I call them fence sitters because this is somebody, they're happy and then they're unhappy. This is kind of an ebb and flow energy, again, with the moon, right? Some days you're happy and things are going great and you're feeling really good, and right, and other days it's like there's a lot of sadness, a lot of tears, right? Not feeling happy with what you're doing, the lack of joy, something being sucked out of your life, right? In regards to these feelings, there could be like a heaviness or a cloud over you, right? And that's the thing for some of you, it's back and forth, it's an ebb and flow. Okay, let's see what this is all about here for Libra. What's coming through here for Libra at this time? Right, what is coming through for Libra at this time? Current situation, current energy for Libra. What is coming in here for Libra at this time? Okay, this card wants to come out, whatever it is, so I will take it. There we go. 5 of Cups, disappointment. Right, there is sadness coming through here, right? But that's the thing with the 5 of Cups, all is not lost, right? So some of you, you're still in a relationship. There is still a contract. You still have friends. There's still something there within the situation between you and another person or you and other people, right? But there's just, you're focusing on the past. There's, again, the sadness, disappointment. You're not happy with something for some reason, right? So for some of you here, yeah, we do have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. So some sort of commitment, perhaps. Maybe for some of you, it has everything to do with a marriage. Could be like a work situation or career situation that you're unhappy with, right? Maybe for some of you, this has everything to do with something you've been learning. Maybe you have a mentor you're learning from and you're not happy with the way that it's going. You don't feel like you are learning enough or learning anything at all, or you're confused, or they're not answering your questions, or, you know, that sort of thing. It could be a variety of energies here. There could be some higher learning involved, right, with a teacher, like I said, maybe in regards to school, university, and you get a professor, that sort of thing. And it's like, well, you're still in the class, but it's just like, you're not understanding what they're saying. And you're trying to get some help, maybe with a tutor or through this individual. And maybe they're trying to explain it to you, but it's not coming across as like, it's confusing, right? That sort of thing, right? So let's just take a look here into the challenge. What's the challenge here for Libra at this time? What's coming in here for Libra? What is the challenge, please? What is the challenge, please? What's the challenge coming through here for Libra? Right, there is like it's a resistance or a restriction or something where, and here's the thing with this energy, I feel like you're meant to kind of move through the resistance, through this kind of, it's like a tension, an underlying tension, move through that, right? It's an uncomfortable, awkward kind of energy, right? So move through the uncomfortable, awkward days, the moments, the situations in order to get to the other side, in order to, you know, turn the situation around, right? Again, it's just a strong energy of a no. I don't want to go there. I don't want to do this. I don't want to something, right? So there's resistance here is the challenge, but let's take a look. You're resisting something, the work, the effort, the communication here, like what's coming through here? What is Libra resisting here? What do we have going on with Libra? What's coming through here? Well, we have a few cards. I won't take all of them, but I will take these ones that have flipped up. Yeah, so here we go. We have the Magician with the Nine of Swords and the Two of Swords. So there's a lot of anxiety and fear. And I mean, for some of you, depending on, especially the sadness, like you can actually be so nauseous and feel so sick and feel so down that you can't even get out of bed. Like you can get so down and depressed around a situation here, right? And so with this Two of Swords, I just feel like you're stuck. You don't have answers. You don't know what to do. You're kind of feeling stuck in a situation. I mean, again, bringing me back to this ebb and flow. Some days you're happy, some days you're not. Some days are good, some days are bad, and you feel stuck where you are. You don't know what to do, right? So the Magician is here as this challenge, right? In regards to creating your reality, using what you have within yourself, right? So, I mean, maybe you don't have a whole lot, but use what you have, your resources. You're always going to have your knowledge. You're always going to have your skills, right? Wisdom, right? Something that you have within yourself, even the existing resources around you, maybe even other people to help you in some way, right? Whatever this might be, books, right? These sorts of things to, you know, research online. There's a ton of information online to help you if this is something that you're looking for. Energy is ruled by Mercury. It's information, right? Ideas, potential for something new to be created here, right? Putting in the love, putting in the effort, putting in the energy, communicating, right? Opening yourself up to cooperating and getting along, right? That sort of thing. I feel like there's a situation here with relationships where there could be just a lack of communication, misunderstandings, right? That sort of thing here. And you can actually rebuild. There's potential for this situation to change and transform here, right? But there's resistance perhaps within you in regards to the fact that, well, maybe you're putting in all the work, and maybe you're putting in all the effort, or the fact that you're just tired, you don't even know what to do, you don't even know what to say. Maybe it's time to leave, maybe it's time to break up. And again, there's resistance in regards to staying where you are and working on the situation here, right? So we do have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, right? So again, male or female, but there's a need to be honest with yourself. There's truth that's coming to light here, right? There's some communication issues coming here. And actually, I wanted to show you the bottom of the deck is the air element of communicating, right? So for some of you here, it's like this kind of cloudy, uncertainty, sad type of energy, and it has everything to do with lack of communication, speaking your truth, being honest with the other individual, saying what you need to say, right? This can come across as very cold, very cutting, because it's all analytical, it's intellectual, it's all about communication, right? And decision making and all of these things. And I feel like for some of you here, there's a need to have these conversations, right? With this other person. Maybe it's more than one person coming through here that I feel like you can't get along, or there's arguments, or, you know, there is no communication between the two of you at all, right? So making it uncomfortable and awkward, and maybe you're, you know, like I said, some days you're happy, some days you're sad. So not really feeling anchored or, you know, grounded within the situation. It's like almost like you're floating, like, what am I doing? Where are we going with this? Are we together? Are we not together? Are we going to break up? Are we going to stay married? Should I stay in this job? Should I leave? Right? That sort of thing, right? It's kind of like an ebb and flow energy of you don't know what to do. You're not, you know. So let's take a look here in regards to the hidden energy. What is hidden from Libra at this time, right? What's hidden? There we go. Yeah, so we have the Hanged Man along with the Three of Pentacles, right? So this energy is ruled by Neptune. It has a self-sacrifice energy, releasing, surrendering, letting go, right? For some of you, there's a real need to meditate, to pull away, to, you know, spend some time alone, you know. And I feel like with this energy, especially with the halo around the head here, that's where you get clarity. That's where you get answers, when you relax your mind, shift perspective, see things from the other person's situation, see things from their perspective, right? So, I mean, for some of you, maybe it's just, you know, you're just focusing on yourself and, well, this is what I want. But I mean, for some of you, maybe there's a need to shift your perspective and see what the other person wants and how they would feel, right? So, and that's the thing with this Three of Pentacles. It's the opportunity to shift that perspective and to work on the relationship here. It's coming through quite strongly. There's also an energy in regards to releasing any sort of limitations or restrictions. Or for some of you, it's like, I feel like maybe you've been restricting or limiting yourself in regards to this person accessing you or communicating in general, or, you know, or limiting time together, restricting your time. Maybe you want to spend more time at work and less time at home with your person, or, you know, spending, you know, more time if you work from home, or spending, you know, there's something here where I feel like there's limits and restrictions that I feel for some of you there needs to surrender and let go of in regards to perspectives, seeing things, the amount of time or communication, right? Open yourself up to communicating and working on the situation and putting in effort, right, is what's coming through here. So let's just take a look into the help, right? What is helping Libra at this time, right? I feel like you are slowly and steadily putting in some energy, right? It is at a slower pace, though. This isn't something that you're rushing into. Yes, I do feel obviously that you're still there, but I mean, with this energy too, it's kind of a slower, you're taking it one day at a time is essentially what's coming in here, because I feel like you don't know what's happening. You don't know where the situation's going, bringing me back to this void of course moon, right? But I like I said, I still like you're feel there, but you're taking it one day at a time, and that's all you need to do, right? Don't look too far down into the future, right, with this situation. Just focus on the here and the now. For some of you, when you do pull away, and maybe you know, there's a need for some of you to meditate and to relax the mind and open yourself up to getting breakthroughs, epiphanies, aha moments, right? Clarity around a situation. It's like, yes, why didn't I think of that before? Or why didn't I say that? Or why didn't I, whatever this is for you. The information can come when you, again, for some of you, there's a need to really pull away perhaps and maybe start working on yourself in some way as well in regards to, what have I been doing? Right? What's your part in the story? So there's always two sides to the story. There's your side and the other person's side, right? So there's maybe some time to pull away, work on yourself, work on the situation, and see how you can improve, right? That's what's coming in here. But yeah, to take it one day at a time is what's helping you here, right? Let's take a look into this energy of the help for Libra. There we go. Yeah, putting in the effort, time, the energy, investing in this commitment, right, for a long period. Sometimes some of you have been in this situation here. It feels like a marriage, a career situation with work, the home, the family. Again, male or female, these are not gender specific readings, but I feel like for some of you, there's a strong emphasis on being together for many, many years. And sometimes it's like there's something happening here where there's a breakage in a situation for whatever reason, right? So whatever's broken, it feels like something's broken and you don't know what to do. You don't know what's happening. There's a lot of unhappiness. You're meant to really keep putting in the effort, like I said, over a long period of time here and just keep moving forward. And we also have the Queen of Wands here, right? So have the confidence. And then for some of you here, it just comes across as the need to maybe even stand up for yourself, the need to say what you need to say, not in a forceful or egotistic way, but I mean, if you have something to say, then say it, right? I mean, maybe it's something that this person needs to hear, right? Maybe they need to hear your perspective, your thoughts, your opinion on the situation from how you see it, because they can only see it from their side. And that's the thing. Maybe some of you need to actually start standing up for yourself, take your power back in a situation and slowly move forward, but also to work on the situation here, right? Absolutely, with this energy, okay? So let's just take a look into the energy moving into October, right? And I do see growth coming through here. I do see prosperity. I do see, things starting to improve with the situation, right? It's a birthing energy. So I feel like some of you, it's almost like starting over, so to speak. Let's start rebuilding this situation. Let's start rebuilding this relationship, right? In regards to being open and honest and communicating and reciprocating back and forth, creating balance in some way here, right? There's an opportunity here for this situation, this relationship, whatever you're in, to actually grow and prosper over a long period of time here. But you have to nurture it. You have to put in the effort. You have to put in the work, right? So let's take a look here. For some of you here, again, with these two energies coming in regards to the help, it's sexual energy as well, which there's a need to bring the passion back into the situation, especially if it's a love relationship, right? Maybe it's lacking passion. The love is there. Maybe some days you don't feel loved. Maybe some days you don't feel wanted. Maybe some days you don't feel anything from your partner, right? Maybe for some of you, there's a need to initiate. And I feel like for some of you, the help is the fact that there is a lot of passion. There's a lot of energy, a lot of drive, desire within you to make this situation work, right? Maybe it's getting back to basics, stripping it down, so to speak, right? Let's take a look here into the energy, because there's some intense sexual energy that's coming through here. So for some of you, I feel like you just need to come back together here in more ways than one, right? Let's take a look into the energy moving into October here for Libra, please. Right, energy moving into October for Libra. Patience, I suppose, right? Still shuffling what's coming through here for Libra. Into October, what do we have for Libra? Right, moving into October. What's coming through at this time? Besides patience, yes, of course it's required, but what else do we have? Right, energy for Libra. There we go. Yeah. Focusing on yourself and what makes you happy, right? For some of you, there's just a need to come back into yourself, right? Self-love, self-care, nurturing yourself. You have a lot to offer. You have a lot to give here, right? And that's the thing. I feel that within you, and maybe for some of you, you're projecting your happiness. There's a projection here, perhaps, especially with this energy over here, right? Where maybe you're trying to project and trying to, this other person, they're not making me happy. Well, the happiness comes from within yourself. So maybe you're trying and hoping and wanting this other person to make you happy, and it's not happening. Why am I not happy? Why am I not happy? Well, what makes you happy? Right? Maybe there's a hobby that you like to do. Maybe there's a need here for you to start taking care of yourself, especially with that Queen of Pentacles that was at the bottom of the deck. Take care of yourself, nurture yourself, eat healthy, exercise, start going for walks, move your body, right? Focus on yourself, right? There's a strong need to focus on yourself and nurture and take care of yourself here, and focus on what makes you happy, whatever that is for you. And so instead of projecting wanting to be happy, your partner, the job's not making me happy, this home life isn't making me happy, fill in the blank. Happiness comes from within yourself. Figure that out, whatever that is for you, and do that, and you will see how your life will start to change, right? Yeah, this is what's coming through here. 10 of Cups, the 7 of Cups and death, right? And like I said, Ingwa's here. There's a birthing of something new here, right? Within a situation, whether it's your job, your career path, your family, your home, you and your partner, whatever this is, I feel like you're able to kind of bring this thing back to life, right? With death here, this is an evolving energy. It's transformation. It's changing things for the better. It's out with the old ways of, something needs to end here in regards to thoughts and fears and projections. And why is this person not making me happy? Focus on yourself, focus on being healthy, focus on doing things for you. And like I said, you'll see how the energy starts to shift, right? Focus on your desires and your needs and your wants, not out of like an egotistical, arrogant kind of way, but there's a need to be independent here. Strong, independent energy comes from the Queen of Wands, right? So for some of you, there's a strong need to be independent. This energy is ruled by Aries. It's cardinal fire, which rules your opposite house and sign. So for some of you, if you're, there's a need, your partner perhaps likes their independence, right? Well, maybe for some of you, there's a need for you to also be independent. And I feel the help here is that some of you are perhaps slowly working towards that independent energy yourself, focusing on what makes you happy and what feels good for you. And underneath that, we have the Fool, liberating yourself from these maybe projections of this other person, they need to make me happy. Well, no, do what you want to do. Focus on yourself, get creative, get motivated, get inspired, to make changes. And I feel this change can come through your home life, your family life, your career, right? Instead of focusing on others. And it comes across perhaps as a strong codependent energy, why aren't they helping me? Why aren't they doing this? And, it can be come across as an energy of complaining a lot, complaining and disappointment. And, there's a need to fill up your own cup first before filling up other people's, right? So again, yeah, 7 of Cups here. There's a lot that I feel, there's a lot of options and situations here available to improve, right? And change and transform the situation here. Like I feel like for some of you here, there's a strong opportunity here for you to, like I said, create a new life between you and your person, or you and the situation, you and your job, right? You and your coworkers, to get along, right? There's all kinds of options. Look into that, right? Whatever that might be for you. Let's go out for lunch. With your coworkers. Let's go to an event with your coworkers. Let's, cook a meal together with your partner, right? Let's socialize more with our family members. Let's go to that picnic. Let's go to that barbecue. Let's go to that family reunion. These types of things. Let's communicate. Let's talk to each other, right? And I feel like for some of you, if this isn't between you and another individual in regards to like a marriage partner, this has everything to do with focusing on yourself, being more independent, not projecting your needs and your wants on them. Come back onto yourself, what makes you happy. But there's also a need to communicate, right? A strong energy of communication needs to come through here, maybe releasing perspectives of old ways of doing things and really working together, working on yourself, but again, working on the relationship as well, because it can grow and it can prosper and things can evolve. I see that. And there's a variety of ways to go about doing that. It depends on you and your specific situation. You just need to look into that, okay? So this is what I have here for you, Libra. I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you found this reading helpful.